Guruve Gaurachanda Radhikaya Tadale Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namo Sri Krishna's Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadha Shivasati Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare Hare. So first of all, I offer pranams to our Gurudev. Om Vishnu Padre Danti Swami Sri Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, Arupanuga Guru Varga, all devotees, Dandavats. So we are continuing 11th chapter, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 40. So Krishna gave Arjuna special eyes, special vision, that Arjuna could see the opulent form of the Vishwarup. Otherwise, Arjuna naturally inclined for Premoy Drishti. He's naturally inclined to the Madhurya of Krishna. So Krishna gave him special vision so he could see this form of Kirdaksai Vishnu, or the Vishwarup. A few days ago was the appearance day of Nityananda Prabhu. So we hear from Krishna's first expansion coming from the left side of his body is Baladev. Right? Krishna and Balaram ex-Sarup, one soul, two bodies. So that Baladev in Braj, Rohini Nandan, Rohini Kumar, he expands himself into Dwarka as Sankarshan. Then from that Dwarka form, he expands again into the Vaikunthas as Mahasankarshan. And as Mahasankarshan, he produces unlimited, eternally perfected souls for the service of Narayan. Then again, he expands himself into the material world at the special form of Karandaksai Vishnu or Mahavishnu. So from Mahavishnu come the universes, from the pores of his skin. As he exhales, that is the creation. As he inhales, that is the destruction. So Mahavishnu is considered the super soul of the creation. So all these countless universes are floating on the causal ocean. And one drop of that is the Ganga River. Anyway, so then Mahavishnu enters into each universe, which is like an egg shape. And there he becomes the presiding deity of every universe in the form of Garbhadaksai Vishnu. From his lotus, from his navel comes a lotus. On top of that lotus is situated Lord Brahma, who performs the act of secondary creation. Then again, he expands himself into the, into every atom. And there he's the super soul as Kirdaksai Vishnu. So that same form of Kirdaksai Vishnu, Arjuna is now is now seeing by the mercy of Krishna. So Arjuna prays, O Sarva Sarup. Sarva Sarup means everything is Krishna. Everything we see, that is Krishna's form. So Krishna can become everything, but everything cannot become Krishna. That is the difference. So, Nama Purusta Ata Pritsaste Namostu Te Sarvata Eva Sarva. O Sarva Sarup, O you who are everything. My obeisances to you from front, behind, and from all sides. Possessing infinite power and valor, you pervade the entire universe. Therefore, you are everything. So, not knowing your glories, and because of I was careless, or because I considered you my friend, sometime I rashly addressed you as, O Krishna, O Yadav, O Saka, and so on. O Krishna, in jest, I must have shown you so much disrespect. either while alone with you or in presence of friends, while sporting, relaxing, sitting, or eating. Please forgive me. Right? So these names are all very sweet. O Krishna, O Yadav, O Sakha. Krishna is, of course, one of the original names of Krishna. This is Madhurya now. So much sweetness is it. Krishna means one who attracts the mind of everyone. Krish, and Na, who gives bliss, who gives happiness of his service to those who chant his names. So, O Yadav, Krishna appeared in the Yadu dynasty. Right? There was one king. Anyway, it's a long story. His history is there in the 9th canto, Purusravas. So, anyway, he offended he had 2 wives. He offended one wife by going after the other. Therefore, Devayani was her name. And her father was Sukracharya, who cursed him to become old age, because in old age you cannot enjoy. So when he became afflicted with old age, then I think then he said to Sukracharya, this is not a curse on me, this is a curse on your daughter, because your daughter is very lusty. So Sukracharya said, you can exchange your old age with any of your sons and take their youth. So when he requested Yadu, then Yadu, who knew the goal of human life nicely, he said, oh Father, this human form of life is not meant just for sense gratification like the animals. This human form of life is for bhajan. For that reason, knowing the principles of religion, Yadu did not give his young age to his father. Then his father became angry and cursed him. Oh, you want that I become old and die quickly? Then you'll become king. So I curse you. In your dynasty, no one can become king. So, of course, Krishna, no one can curse Krishna because he is independent. But still, to respect the curse of Jajati Maharaj, I think his name, then Krishna, even after killing Kamsa, he not took the throne. He gave that position to Ugrasen. So Arjuna would joke with Krishna, because the best of the Yadavas is Krishna, Yadu Shrest, Yadu Nandan. Oh Krishna, you are the son of the Yadu dynasty, you are the best of the Yadus. But this is also like a joke, because the best of the Yadus cannot become king, so the best of the Yadus is also useless. So Arjuna would joke with Krishna like that. Also, of course, between friends, we know that Arjuna married Krishna's sister. Of course, Krishna's first sister, that was Yogamaya in Braj Lila. But Sukadev Goswami described, she disappeared. And she disappeared, and Vasudev took, like the material manifestation of Yogamaya, that is Durga, took her to Mathura. Therefore, Yogamaya is known as Vishnu Angri, the sister of Krishna. But afterwards, Krishna's mother Devaki had many more children. One of them was because Vasudev had 18 wives. So another daughter came to Devaki that was known as Subhadra. So Subhadra was very beautiful, of course, Krishna's sister. And what brother, every brother wants his sister to marry some good person. So Krishna had strong desire that Subhadra should marry Arjuna. But problem is, Balaram had strong desire my sister should marry Duryodhana. So some conflict was there. But by listening carefully to Krishna's instructions, Then Arjuna took disguise of a sannyasi and cheated Balaram and kidnapped Subhadra and married her. Of course, Balaram was very angry and wanted to kill Arjuna. But Krishna begged, "Oh Balaram, can you not see the happiness on Subhadra's face? Because Arjuna was in the back of the chariot preparing to fight and Subhadra was driving the chariot." So Krishna said to Balaram, "Oh Balaram Prabhu, look, you say Arjuna is kidnapping Subhadra, but I see, look, Subhadra is kidnapping Arjuna, taking him away on her chariot." So Balaram could understand this is the desire of Krishna, so he laughed and accepted that. And actually inside he was happy also because Arjuna was such a great personality. So in Indian culture, if you marry someone's sister, that person becomes your sala. It's called sala. So it's actually a bad word. If you want to abuse someone and call them sala, that person will become very insulted. So Arjuna would also joke with Krishna in that way. So, "Oh Krishna, oh Yadav, oh Saka," and many times Krishna and Arjuna would take prasad together. Then Krishna would say something, then Arjuna might joke, "Oh yes, Krishna, you are a very honest person. We definitely know your history." Then they would laugh because friends. So when Arjuna would remember all this way that Arjuna would laugh with Krishna, joke with Krishna, as friends do, sometimes abuse. So when Arjuna saw this opulence of Kirdaksai Vishnu, it was just an expansion of 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 an expansion. Kirdaksai Vishnu is 5 expansions away from Krishna. But when Arjuna saw this opulence, then he thought, what I'm doing, joking so much with Krishna, this is very bad. So now Arjuna praying for forgiveness, not understanding your position, not understanding your greatness. I have definitely joked with you. I have definitely disrespected you by calling you Krishna, or Yadav, or Saka. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. And with tears in his eyes and folded hands, Arjuna began to ask forgiveness of Krishna. Oh Krishna, Pitasi, you are the Supreme Father. Lokasya Chara Charasya, you are the Father of everyone and everything. You are the most worshipful personality that was proved in the Rajasuya Yagya of Yudhisthira Maharaj. When Yudhisthira Maharaj performed his Yagya, then all the kings of the whole world came. Also, even the demigods came from the heavenly planets like Shiv, Ganesh, Brahma, everyone else. But when they were deciding who is the best person, the most worshipful personality, and Krishna took that worship, and everyone agreed. So this was seen in Arjuna's own lifetime. So you are the most honored person in the entire creation. No one in the 3 worlds can be equal to you. Who could possibly be greater than you? Therefore, Tasmad Pranamya Pranidhyaya Kayam Prasadye Tvamaham Ishamidyam. Therefore, I prostrate my body at your lotus feet. So, of course, we are making so many offenses, but that's why we should always beg forgiveness from Bhagavan, from Gurudev, from Vaishnavas, because we are always doing some offense. And by doing pranam, that offense is mitigated. So Arjuna doing Dandavat, "O Supreme Lord, be kind to me. Just as a father forgives a son, a friend tolerates a friend, or a lover excuses his beloved, in the same way you should forgive my offenses." So where there's knowledge of opulence, then prema automatically disappears. Sakala jaga mora kore vidhi bhakti, aiswara jaga nahi mora priti. Aiswara sthitala prem nahi mora priti. Kaviraj Goswami said, when there is knowledge of opulence, then automatically prita means affection becomes shrunken. So Arjuna's previous friendship relation now like evaporated under the sun of Krishna's opulences. And now he's just doing satsang dandavat and offering pranams. O Lord, Arjuna said, having seen this universal form of yours, which has never been seen before, I am overjoyed, but my heart is very fearful. O Devesh, again we hear that word, Lord of the demigods, please display to me your four-handed form. O Jaganivas, refuge of the entire creation, please be kind to me. So in Vrindavan, Krishna always have two-handed form. Sometime he show four-handed form. Like one time it's described that after Ras Leela, the gopis were searching for Krishna. Then they came, it's described in different ways by different acharyas, but in Bhagavatam it's described. The gopis were maddened and tanmoy, completely absorbed in Krishna. Therefore, they were asking the trees, even the deer and birds, which way has the son of Yasoda gone? So Krishna there displayed a four-handed form, means the form of Narayan. But when the gopis saw that, their love and attraction not came towards Narayan. Instead, they said, oh, it's Bhagavan Narayan here in the forest of Braj, Dandavats. Oh, Bhagavan Narayan, you are present everywhere and know everything. So please tell us which way Krishna went. So the gopis' attachment to Krishna was not aroused by seeing the four-handed form of Narayan. So Krishna doing this sometimes in Braj, but Guru Maharaj said this is like a joking form, four-handed form. And near Govardhan, there's a place called Peta Gaon. Peta means stomach or to enter. So there is also a four-handed form of Narayan, but it described, Guru Maharaj said, when Radhika came and saw that form of Narayan, then Krishna could not maintain his form of opulence, and his two hands entered into his body, and again he became Shamsuna Muralidhar Yasodananda. So that is the power of Radhika's prema. So in Braj, pretty much we can say Krishna never manifests four-handed. Sometimes it is like a joke. And even if he do, no one's interested in it. No one's attracted to it. But in Mathura and Dwarka, sometimes he showed his four-handed form. So Arjuna has seen that. No? So the four-handed form, if someone came, Purushottam, if someone came to your house with four hands, the first thing you would think, this person's not human. No? So two-handed form means Nala Lila, human-like form. But four-handed form means no Nara Lila, no human-like form. This automatically a different mood comes. But that four-handed form very sweet also. So Arjuna, who has seen that four-handed form many times, must be in Dwarka, Hastinapur, and other places. So that time he prayed. Please, I want to see this four-handed form, please be kind to me. I long to see you in that form, which has the crown, no peacock feather, only crown. And in his hands, he has Sankha Chakra, Gada Padma, Sudarshan Chakra, club, lotus, and the conch shell. These are the ornaments of Narayan. Okay, so two are for devotees, two are for demons. Right? The club and the discus are for the demons. Vishnu uses that for the demons, and the lotus for blessing the devotees, and the Sankha, which is Vedic sound, is also for the benefit of the devotees. O thousand-eyed form of the universe, please show me your four-handed form. So here Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, O Krishna, I have understood without a doubt this two-handed Shamsundar form is completely transcendental and the highest truth. It is eternal, and it is this form which attracts all the jivas. The four-armed form of Narayan exists eternally as the Aishwarya Vilas, the opulent manifestation of your two-handed Shamsundar form. Okay. So then Krishna showed the two-handed form, four-handed form. Krishna said, "O Arjuna, because I am pleased with you, I have shown you my resplendent, unlimited, and primeval universal form. How? By means of my Yogamaya Shakti. You are the only one who has seen this form. O Arjuna, apart from you, no one in this world has seen this universal form of mine. This form cannot be seen by study of the Vedas, through sacrifice, charity, rituals, or severe penances." So demigods can see that form. No? All those jivas who have attained the position of demigods, within their minds, they can see me, the universal form. But those who are bound by delusion and ignorance cannot see. And therefore, the Rig Veda describes Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Pada Sata Pasyanti Sudya Divya Chakshu Satatam. The devas from the heavenly planets always see the form of Lord Narayan in the sky with four-handed form. Divya Chakshus, with divine vision. So actually there's a story in Mahabharata that before the war, that Krishna went as Shanti Dut, as a messenger of peace. So Krishna went to Hastinapur to request to negotiate a peace deal between the Kurus and the Pandavas. Because Krishna knew this would be, everyone will blame Krishna for the Mahabharata war, so to show that Krishna actually didn't, in some ways, did not want to fight, Krishna went there as a neutral messenger. Because Krishna related to both sides. So Srila Gogamaj would tell this katha that when Duryodhana knew that Krishna was coming, he arranged such a big welcome. All houses were decorated with strings of mango leaves. All the streets were swept clean with fragrant water. All houses had some kailash, some clay pots filled with auspicious things, sacred water, flower garlands. No, so nice. Welcome was arranged by Duryodhana. So he took Krishna to his palace and he said to Krishna, "Oh, you must be hungry after your long journey. Take some food, take some foodstuffs." So imagine Duryodhana, that time Duryodhana is king of the entire world. Imagine what type of buffet he can supply. Imagine what he could cook. Oh, Indu Mohan's still alive, right? All delicacies from all over the world. Russian smetana. What's good from Sri Lanka? Nothing, right? Coconut chutneys, dosas. Means all preparations of the entire world cooked by the best cooks with the best ingredients. He gave to Arjuna, to Krishna. But Krishna declined to eat. Krishna said, "Duryodhana, there's 3 rules in eating. First is love. You have no love for me. Why should I eat? Number 2, hungry. If you're hungry, then you'll definitely eat. But if you're not hungry, you won't eat anything." So Krishna has no hunger, no thirst, because he has no material body. So hunger is not a cause of meeting. And thirdly, one should not eat in the house of an enemy. And the Pandavas are my life and soul, and you hate them, I cannot take you. So when Duryodhana realized he failed to capture Krishna through means of glorification or through bribes of foodstuffs, then the last option open is danda, force. So Duryodhana made a plan, I will kidnap Krishna. Because Duryodhana was very strong. I'll bind Krishna with a rope and put him in my jail cell as a hostage. And I'll say to the Pandavas, okay, you can take back your Krishna Krishna, but you have to make me the unrivaled king of the entire earth planet. So when Duryodhana came with a rope, behind his back he had a rope, and he thought, I'll lasso Krishna, tie Krishna and throw him in jail. Krishna knew what he's thinking. That time Krishna manifested this same Virat Rup, the Vishwarup, the same one. So when Arjuna saw this form, we just heard how Arjuna prayed, full of awe and reverence, not knowing perfectly Krishna's position. But when Duryodhana saw the Vishwarup, with thousands of heads, thousands of arms, thousands of stomachs, no beginning, no middle and end, still the idea Krishna is God and not came in his mind. Gokuman said, Duryodhana thought, Krishna has so many heads, which one will I put the rope on? How will I bind him like this? Therefore, sometimes people would challenge the preachers like Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj. Can you show me God? Then he said, but even if I show you, you still cannot see. Therefore, directly seeing Krishna is not enough. Many demons also directly saw Krishna, but feelings of love not came for him. For that reason, Krishna is not our goal. Love of Krishna is our goal. So anyhow, when this commotion was going on, then Duryodhana, Madhusudana said, Duryodhana also think, come on, Krishna knows some magic. I also know some magic like this. Some mood of competition came. But Dhritarashtra, that was Duryodhana's father. He was blind since birth. So he could understand, because Sanjaya was disciple of Vyasadeva, who was speaking this Bhagavad Gita, he could understand through Sanjaya something extraordinary is happening. Krishna is showing the Vishwarup here in Hastinapur. That time Dhritarashtra prayed, oh Krishna, I am blind inside and outside also. But please be kind to me that you can also give me internal eyes. I can also see this Vishwarup of yours. I want to see, please be kind. So Krishna, who can make anything possible, the impossible becomes possible, the impossible becomes possible, agatana gatana patasya shakti. Then Krishna also gave this vision to Dhritarashtra also. He also could see. So the problem with Dhritarashtra, sometimes he understands Krishna's position, but then by affection to his son and by bad association, again, he forgets everything. So, not so, it's very hard. Krishna says, by my yoga maya shakti, you can see this Vishwarup, otherwise no one can see. So do not be afraid or bewildered by seeing this terrible form. Again, be free from fear and cheerful. Just behold my beautiful four-handed form to your complete satisfaction. Okay. Krishna said, those devotees who are attracted by my sweetness have no purpose with this Vishwarup. O Arjuna, since you are a friend in my pastimes, my Lila Saka, you are to be an instrument in all my pastimes. It is not proper for you to be disturbed now, like this. Give up your fear and see my charming four-handed form. Having said this, Sri Krishna, the very kind son of Vasudeva, again showed his four-handed form to Arjuna. He consoled the frightened Arjuna by assuming his gentle two-handed form. Okay, so this Bhagavad Gita is also proof. Two-handed Murli Das Shri Krishna, Vrindavan Chandra, he is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, Swayam Bhagavan. And he is the source of four-handed Narayan. He is also the source of all the Vishnu incarnations. So Bhagavad Gita also has this proof there. So again, seeing Krishna's charming two-handed form, Arjuna prayed, Jitvedam manusam rupam tavas somyam janadanam. Manusya in Sanskrit means human. So Dristveda manusam rupam. Oh Arjuna again, oh Krishna again, seeing your human-like form. Tava somyam janadana. Somyam means gentle. No? What word he uses here? Somyam, charming. Okay. Krishna's human-like two-handed form, so charming. So human-like. Therefore, very hard to understand the two-handed form of Krishna. If you saw the Vishwarup, you would understand this person is God. Even four-handed form, you would understand. But someone comes with two-handed form, an ordinary person becomes bewildered. Even Brahma, when he saw Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavan, especially in winter, Brijabasi is going cow grazing. Then cold time, no guarantee, Brijabasi is taking bath every day. And also boys, then, winter time, you get mucus and picking your nose and all that stuff. So Arjuna is seeing this. Lord Brahma, he saw this with Krishna. And how they're speaking, Gram Vadi Swachasthitam, Krishna's all activities like a villager, like uncouth, uneducated, right? Krishna never went to Gurukul or anything. So when Brahma saw all Krishna's activities, Brahma became completely bewildered. Is he God or is he a human being? Even Brahma became confused. Because Brahma also does some seva on his planet, but his seva is through yagya. And Brahma, Lord Brahmaji, is the first Brahmana. So, and the people on those planets, imagine how pure, how learned, how, in all ways wonderful. So with the perfect pronunciation of Vedic mantras, they offer yagya. They serve Vishnu by offering yagya. And sometimes Yagya Purush Vishnu appears on the planet of Brahma with thousand-handed form and takes the offerings, then disappears. So when Brahma saw in my planet, we feed Krishna like that. But the Brijabasis, how they're feeding Krishna, they're taking a bite. Oh, Krishna, this pakora is very good, and feeding him. And they're also snatching Krishna's food and eating. Sometimes the boys would joke, Krishna would joke with the boys, oh, your pakora is not good, your mother cannot cook very nicely. Then the boys would become angry. Who do you think you are to abuse my mother? Then some fighting would happen, some joking, some quarreling. So when Brahmaji saw all this, even Brahma became bewildered. Is Krishna God? Or is he a village guy? Even Brahma could not properly understand. Anyway, so to understand this two-handed form of Krishna, that means too much we have good fortune, too much mercy of Lord Chaitanya. And that two-handed form of Krishna, another form of that is also Lord Chaitanya. He is Krishna. He is not separate. So to understand Lord Chaitanya, maybe need even more mercy. One time I said to Gurudev, because Gurudev was always preach Krishna Lila, then I said to Gurudev, but Gurudev, it's more beneficial for the people to hear Chaitanya's Lila, to chant Lord Chaitanya's name. So why you speak so much about Krishna? And Guru Maharaj said, unless they first understand Krishna as God, how will they understand Lord Chaitanya? So Lord Chaitanya even more difficult to understand, because his pastimes, his names, his mantras, his everything is in the Vedas, but it's in such a hidden way. Because Lord Chaitanya is hidden incarnation. So to understand him, that is more difficult. But anyway, some mercy, somehow we're here. So, having spoken all this, Krishna again assumed his two-handed form. So Arjuna very happy. Oh, Janardhan, one name of Krishna, Janardhan. Janardhan means who's in the heart of everyone. Does Janardhan. Janardhan means who removes the suffering of everyone. He is also Janardhan. Oh, Janardhan, my heart feels delight upon seeing your charming human-like form. I have returned to my normal condition. So Krishna says, Sudurdasham idam rupam drishtavan asiyamama deva api asyarupasya nityam darshana kankshina. Kankshina, darshana kankshina. This human form of mine which you have seen is rarely seen by others. Even the gods always hanker to have darshan of this two-handed form of mine. There's one pastime, we have time this morning. Lord Ramchandra, he appeared 16 million years ago. Okay? Don't think that Brahmaji, Lord Ram appeared in this this cycle of this Divi Yuga, this cycle of 4 yugas. No. Now is, I think, the 27th Divi Yuga of the 7th Manu. So don't think Ramchandra appeared in this Treta Yuga. No, Rupa Goswami says he appeared 16 million years ago in the 24th Divi Yuga. So actually, so much people have been captured by atheism. You read everywhere descriptions of Lord Ram. Everyone says, oh, Lord Ram, he appeared 2000 BC, 1000 BC. So they want to, what's the word? They want to, how do you say in English, make small? They want to neglect. I forgot all my English. Anyway, they want to minimize, that's a good word. They want to minimize the strength of the Vedic culture by saying Ram appeared 5,000 years, 7,000 years or 8,000 years ago. But actually, Lord Ram appeared 16 million years ago. And how strong is the Vedic culture still in India? Every house has Ramayan, even today. So Garuda, of course, he's the personal carrier of Lord Narayan in Vaikuntha. So Ram and Lakshman they were fighting with Ravan. So Ravan had a son called Megnath or Indrajit. He was very powerful. He had defeated even Lord Indra in battle. So he had a special weapon and he threw that spear which pierced the chest of Lakshman and made Lakshman. Oh no, that's another thing. No. So Megnath was fighting with Ram and Lakshman. So he had a special weapon called the Nagpas. It's snake rope. Anyway. So this Nagpas bound Ram and Lakshman, who fell unconscious. So Narad Muni told Garuda, you go and visit Ram and Lakshman. They were fighting in Sri Lanka. So of course, the biggest enemy of the snake is the bird, the eagle. Right? Even on the Mexican flag, right? They got the eagle eating some snake. So when Garuda came near to Ram and Lakshman, then the snakes became afraid and ran away, and Ram and Lakshman came back to consciousness. So Garuda became completely bewildered. What is this? Number one, if Ram and Lakshman, if Ram is Bhagavan, how could he be defeated? Number two, he wasn't even defeated by Ravan, he was just defeated by his son. And why he needs my help if he's the Supreme Lord? So in this way, even Garuda became so much bewildered. This is just Ram Lila. What to speak of Krishna Lila? No, so in that perplexity, in his perplexed condition, he went to Shiva for help. So Shiva said, listen, brother, because you're a bird and I'm not a bird, I can't really understand your language and everything. So better you go to a guru who understands your mentality. So he sent him to one crow called Kagbusandi. And by hearing all Harikatha from Kagbusandi the crow, then all Garuda's doubts were destroyed. So this is just, even Garuda becomes bewildered. Even eternal associates become bewildered by the human-like form of Bhagavan. Then what to speak of anyone else in this world? Therefore, understand Krishna is so much difficult. So much difficult. So, why Bhaktivinoda Thakur gives his description here? To see an object is not enough. This is called Vidvat Pratiti. Like this, I'm using someone's iPhone. If I give this iPhone to a caveman, okay, no cavemans around, but to an Eskimo or, Aborigine person, or maybe someone in Africa, someone who doesn't know technology, we give the iPhone to them, what they'll do with it. Maybe use the iPhone to crack peanuts or something. So even though he has the thing in front of him, because he does not have proper knowledge of the object, he can't perceive it, he can't understand it, even though it's directly before him. In the same way, even if the Supreme Lord appears before those persons who do not have proper knowledge, not proper feelings, not devotion, not a mood of seva, even if Krishna appears before them, they still can't understand. Even if Mahabhagavad, pure high class of Vaishnava, appears before someone, unless that person has proper qualification, they also cannot understand. Therefore, no. To understand, point is to understand Guru, to understand Krishna, seeing is not enough. One who has to have proper mood, one has to have proper knowledge. So my human form is directly the abode of eternality, knowledge, and bliss. But this type of realization is rare even amongst the demigods. Right? Right. Makeshri thinking I'm there in Vrindavan? No. Even Brahma came, Shiva came, Indra came. These great personalities, they came, they could not understand Krishna Lila. So to understand is not so easy thing. So when Krishna manifests his Lila in this world, Bhagavatam described, the demigods would watch from a distance. They would watch Krishna Lila from a distance because so sweet, but they know we're not qualified to do any seva. Just watch. So, it is not Nahambedit, Natapasya, Nadanena, Nat Chejaya. It is not possible to see this extremely rare form of mind. This is verse 53, chapter 11. It is not possible to see this extremely rare form of mind merely by studying the Vedas, by practicing austerities, giving in charity, or performing sacrifices. Really, this form can only be understood by sadhu sangha. No other way. Many people, even they directly read Bhagavad Gita, still high chance they misunderstand. Because we can only understand something according to our qualification. And we have the four defects, material consciousness. So even someone reads the Bhagavatam, even reads Chaitanya Charitamrita, even reads big Bhagavad Gita independently, high chance they'll misunderstand. Like Srila Sridhar Maharaj gives example, by reading a cookbook, you're still hungry. Even after reading a cookbook, you'll still feel hungry. So we have to hear the scriptures from the sadhu. Then proper understanding, proper mood will come as well. So, not by studying the Vedas or austerities or giving in charity or performing sacrifices, one cannot see this form. No? So this form can only be seen by those who stay in Sadhu Sangha. Bhaktatve ananaya saya ahameva vidavajuna. Avajuna, conqueror of the foe. Only by exclusive devotion can one actually know me as I am and see my exquisite human-like form and pravishtam tadparantapa and enter into association with me in my abode. Many people think I just become vegetarian and when I die I go back to Godhead. Mark, it's not so easy like that. Unless one has pure devotion at the stage of Bhav Bhakti, even if he's doing all sadhan bhajan, not achieve the stage of Bhav, have to take birth again to do sadhan again. So only the stage of Bhav can one enter into Krishna's pastimes. Okay? So, Mad karma prit mad param madta sangavajitaha nirvaira sarva bhuteshu yasamam eti pandava. O son of Pandu, that's Arjuna's father's name, Pandu. He had two wives, Madri and Kunti. But he was too much inclined towards spiritual life. So he liked to live in the Himalayas like this. So before kings would go hunting to practice their martial skills and also kill any dangerous animals like bears and tigers and stuff. Anyway, and deer. So one day he saw two deer, one male and female deer. They were sporting together. So Pandu shot the male deer who was on top. So the male deer then cried and he became a human. And then Pandu became shocked. What happened? Oh, I'm a rishi. I took this human form so that I could enjoy with my wife without shame. But you are so cruel. You killed me in the middle of sexual activity. Therefore, I curse you. If you try to enjoy sexually your wives, you will die. So when Pandu heard this, he became like brahmachari, means absorbed in bhajan. But what happened? He was very careful for many years. But one day it was spring season, and he was walking with his younger wife. Her name was Madri. Spring season means Cupid season. So anyway, some nice breeze came, and Madri was wearing. Anyway, one thing led to another. He could not control himself, and he approached Madri, and he died because of the curse of the rishi. So Madri wanted to commit suicide. Now both wives wanted to commit suicide, but Kunti took the position and requested Madri said, because I am the cause of my husband's death, I want to go. So you look after all the children. Therefore, Arjuna's name is Pandu, son of Pandav. Pandav, the son of Pandu. Therefore, O son of Pandu, one who exclusively dedicates his life to me. Okay, Guru Maharaj would say, Rukmini, just give one life to me. Just give one life to me. Gurudev was in Mexico. And there was one devotee from Venezuela who had come to visit. I won't say his name. And Gurudev wanted to give him red cloth. Red cloth means celibate, who try to give a full energy to bhajan. Because if you marry, then so much of energy you'll have to give to earning money and looking after wife and looking after kids, right, Rukmini? One kid takes how much life, how much time, how much energy. So Gurudev gave him red cloth. It was the most amazing thing, actually. So Gurudev said to him, just give one life to me. And you'll see at the time of death where I take. He said that to him. And then another mood came in Gurudev, and Gurudev said, you know what? Even if all this is false, even if I'm bogus and Krishna doesn't really exist and his name has no power, all this is just false and cheating. Guru Maharaj said, it doesn't matter also, because you only lose one life. And you can enjoy like a hog and pig in your millions of future lives. He said like that. So Krishna says, one who exclusively devotes his life to me, considering me alone to be his supreme goal. Sanghavajita remains free from material attachments, bad association. Naivara, he lives without envy. Sarve Bhutushu, he is the friend of all living entities. He engages in the living limbs of devotion. He dedicates his work to me. He accepts me as his only shelter. Madbhakta, he practices the 9 limbs of devotion like Shravan and Kirtan, who is devoid of mundane attachments and remains free from envy to anyone. He alone attains me. Okay, Mark, feel like giving up now? Not so easy, right? Who dedicates all his works to me, number 1, dedicates his life to me, always engaged in hearing and chanting, remembering, who is devoid of mundane attachments, who is free from enmity towards all living entities. Does that include Prem Prayojan? I guess so. He alone attains me. So not so easy to attain Krishna. Okay, we'll finish here today. So yes, we'll continue these classes next week. Probably we'll give a Russian class on Wednesday, because long time Russians not heard anything. The Wednesday evening we'll give some class for Russians. And Surup or anyone else out there, we need 2-3 guys to help look after construction. So if anyone can get their visa and come, that would be great. Okay, thank you everyone very much. Are there any questions by anyone? Any questions? Okay, no, I'm free to go for breakfast. Thank you very much. Mark, you're saving up for India? Are you saving up from India? Are you saving up for India? I guess he is. Anyway, try to save some money and come. Haribol.